Director of Adala, a legal centre for Arab minority rights in Israel, Hassan Jabareen. Many thanks for joining us on the programme. It's good to see you. So I'm interested to know your opinion on this. It was a relatively close vote in the Knesset. Critics say this legislation tramples on international law. Supporters say that it's long overdue in Israel. What's your opinion?
Thank you for having me. We immediately after the passing of this law yesterday night, within half an hour, we submitted a petition to the Israeli Supreme Court. And today, the Israeli Supreme Court decided to hear and to discuss this petition. And they asked the state to give its response by May next month. And we hope that the Israeli Supreme Court will cancel this law. This law is the one of, I can't say even not one of, but the most extremist law in the world today, because it's about death penalty, and not only about death penalty. Many states had death penalty sentence, but it's racist. It's against one racial group. We know that states such as Saudi, Iran has death penalty, but those laws were not designated against one group. They apply to every citizen. Here, this law against only Palestinians. Now I can give you an example in order that everybody understand what I am saying. If Israeli settler killed 10 Palestinians, he won't be sentenced for death penalty. But if Palestinian will injure one Israeli Jewish person, he might face death penalty. So this is why many states yesterday, 2 hours and 3 hours before the voting of the Israeli Knesset, Israel Parliament, they turned to Israel government and asked that this law won't pass. Some of them, they said, we cannot have relationship with Israel if this law pass. In fact, about the international law. The international humanitarian law and the law of occupation allow in some circumstances death penalty, but they won't allow it based on racial belonging. It must have security reasons and apply to everybody. And here, this against Palestinians. But we don't have to wonder why this law now. Look to the scene that you are giving us, the scene that Parliament, members of the Parliament, having sweets, champagne, for passing such a law. I don't think that in the world we will have seen in any parliament to pass such a law about death penalty